You said that not that we would disagree with UK's assessment. Did I hear that right? So you don't disagree with UK's
My point is
assessment?
they're making an assessment under their law. What I mean is the decision that they made under their law to suspend arms. That is a decision for them to make based on their assessment of UK law. I'm not making it. I'm not discussing. Hold on. I'm not discussing the underlying determinations. We have our own reviews that are going. They have to make legal determinations. That's the determination that they made today. We can't speak to that. We can't make an assessment of that. It's a matter that involves UK law, and it's appropriate for them to do, not us.
Do you agree with their underlying determination? And like the wording, I can read here. Where is it? That it says, I can't find it anywhere. It talks about a risk.
So that determination is subject or pertains to a standard under UK law. And the United States is not going to make an assessment under a UK standard. It's not appropriate for us to do so. In the same way, we wouldn't expect the UK to apply a US standard in making their determinations. They have made their determination based on UK law. We will make our determinations based on US law.
You're trying to, I think, distinguish this, saying like this is our law, this is their law. But effectively, the battlefield that you're looking at is the same battlefield, and we're all trying to get at that. We're just trying to wrap our heads around how two countries with pretty similar values, by the way, are looking at the same battlefield and coming with very different conclusions.
We are looking at the same battlefield. Have not reached conclusions. I think, number one, it is important to say. We have reviews that are ongoing, and we haven't made any final determinations or any final conclusions yet. Number two, there is a standard in the UK law. I will butcher it if I try to speak to that standard, but there's a standard that relates to the risk, I think it is.
But there's a standard in the US.
I know, and it is a different standard, and so they make their determinations based on the standard that is written in UK law. We will make our determinations based on the standard based in US law, which I don't think is that hard to understand.
No, it's
you would not expect the United States to apply the law of any other country.
That's not what anyone's suggesting, but you have conventional arms policy. The wording there is like, it says the policy aims preventing arms transfers that risk facilitating or otherwise contributing. And then in the memorandum of White House,
there's a further definition of what risk is and how you define risk.
It talks about like more likely than not.
Correct.
So that language is very much there.
Correct.
And if you're not disagreeing with their underlying assessment,
that's not
then
what I was speaking to. I was speaking to their legal assessment of UK law, not the underlying assessment on whether violations of international humanitarian law have been committed. We are making our own assessments on that underlying question, and we'll do it. So there's two things here, right? There's a question of whether violations of international humanitarian law have been committed, and then there's a question of whether you suspend arms sales if you find that violation. And there is a standard for when you suspend arms sales in UK law. There's a standard when you suspend arms sales in US law.
About the risk.
No, hold on.